In this Keep Teaching video, we are going to go quickly over how to share content using Google Drive with your entire class in a quick fashion. The first thing I'm going to do is create a folder. I'm going to name the folder CS 111 Student Share. I want to make sure that I name it in some way that I know it's separate from my regular class folders that I may have stored in Google Drive, so that I don't inadvertently share exam keys with my students. So now that I've created this folder, everything that I add in this folder is going to be shared with my students once I shared it with them. So you can add docs and PDFs and slides, whatever you need to get information to your students quickly. I'm in the folder. I'm now going to go to the share settings, and the university has set up a group that is associated with the CRN number of your course. So I'm going to start typing the CRN number for my CS 111 class, and I'm only going to type the first 4 digits, and then I'm going to start searching, and here in the list is CS 111. So I found my course. This is my course. I'm going to add that, and it's going to share all these resources with all my students in that class. This list is updated daily from your faculty center, so it's always current and you don't have to maintain it. And then I'm going to go ahead and share that. And now I just shared this folder with all the students in CS 111. You can unshare by going into the advanced and just removing their access. So save the changes and done. So that's sharing and removing sharing from a file folder in Google Drive.
So one of the features of sharing in Google Drive is that you can set the folder or asset resource, whether it be a doc or a PDF, to be editable by your students or to be viewed only. So when we went into this folder, remember, that we shared with our entire student set, I'm going to click on the share here again. And when I look at advanced, we're going to see here, if we look at this pencil, so the pencil indicates that this individual that I shared it with can edit the files. Well, I probably don't want my students to be able to edit the entire folder of goods that I'm sharing with them. So I'm going to set the folder to be view only, and you will see that it has now changed to an I, and that is sort of an indicator in the Google world that this is a view only now. So I'm going to save those changes, and I'm going to say done. Now I'm going to click into that folder. So we're now within the folder, and if you hover over the share indicator here, it's going to show you, it will have your student set group listed there. In this case, I'm sharing it with my colleague Sue, and so she has the view only access and I am the owner. Again, you can go in and edit those from here. Now I want my students to be able to edit a particular document. So within the folder, I want to go into the share settings for the resource within the folder, and I change the share settings here by again clicking advanced, and I can go in and tell Google that I want the student set, in this case it would be Sue, to have edit access. So that's how you can toggle between view and edit, and then just save the changes and done. So now that we have shared the Google file with our students, we're going to talk about how you can actually access your Google Drive from right within Canvas. Each of the Canvas classes has a link to the Google Drive. When you link to Google Drive here, it links to your own personal Google account. So when you click this link, it will link to your Google account. When your students click this link, it will link to their Google account. I am currently in this course as a student, and I have not made the connection between Canvas and Google yet. So you will see this dialog box. You have to authorize to allow Canvas and Google to talk to one another. You need to make sure that you're signed in with your HSU Gmail account. In this case, your students will need to too. This is one of the errors that happens frequently, is that they are signed in to the browser with a different email address than their HSU email address. So it's important that you make sure you are logging in with your HSU authentication here. It's going to ask again for authorization for you to allow Google to talk to Canvas. You're going to want to say allow. And because I'd already signed into my HSU Gmail, it just took us right in. So this is my same set of folders that I would see anywhere where I was logged into Google. And so because I have the student share folder here, it's here, as are all the rest of my folders. Remember that your students don't see your folders, they see their folders. So we can access the file folders that you shared here in the CS111 folder.